YouTube, Joseph Crickmore here, and welcome back to episode 7 of In Another World with My Smartphone Season 1. Last time we were here, Touya got a new house. It's basically a mansion. And off to Mismede so that the two kingdoms can officially form that alliance. He became a wingman for someone else's relationship. He's dense to his own relationships. And we took on a dragon. Oh, it should also be known that Touya mentioned last episode that he would teach them blackjack. So I am left to assume he introduced the game to that world. Meaning, I have to remember to put that under the list of things Touya introduced in this world. Because I like keeping track of that kind of stuff. Like a progression of what he's advanced the world with. So I have to make sure I make note of it that one episode got a new phone function, then the next one got new stuff that he brought to this world. But in any case, we're off to Mismede, we're off to the kingdom. We're finally going to make it, I'm sure, in this episode, and that'll probably like bookend these episodes for today. And so next time you see me will be that post-episode discussion. And cut. Okay, post-episode discussion time. And wow, that was a great episode. From Touya meeting the King of Mismede and them having a mock battle. And of course, him learning the Axel null magic. But also, it was Touya, so he of course would start the battle with a slip. Slip them up. And then he's like, no, I want a rematch. And then they had a rematch, and then, Touya managed to beat him with an actual fight. And that was actually kind of fun. Then, of course, Touya shows off his ability to take photos and then put them on pieces of paper. So I don't call that adding for this episode because he did that before. So why would I put it down again, But he also met a very curious individual this episode. The fairy folks LEEN. Who introduced Touya to the concept of programs for inanimate objects. And that was actually the best thing that could have been added into this series because it's a really cool and creative null magic because it's basically like computer programming but for physical inanimate objects. And with magic in play, that makes things even cooler because the creative factor just goes up. And what did Touya decide to do? Well, first of all, his signature sword weapon kind of broke fighting the dragon, right? Well, he decided, now that I know about programs and stuff, I'll just make my new signature weapon. A gun that can become a sword. And that is just so cool. Which I have to mark that down as things Touya introduced to this world. Because he didn't just make a gun for himself. He made one for Yumina, and he made one for Linz. That was cool, though. That was cool. Also, Touya and everyone wearing Mismede clothes, they actually looked really cool. Touya looked great. The girls looked cute in Touya's words. And, once again, I have to say this. This felt like a smartphone episode. Which is really cool. The series is now, at this point, starting to find its footing. It's starting to find its groove. Good job. But even still, then there was that whole thing at the end of the episode with the king's espionage group because they were looking after Yumina, and Touya is like, why? And they're like, well, we were sent by the king just to ensure her safety. And then Touya is like, why not just tell her? And they're like, no, she must not know about this. So I was just like, oh, okay. I forgot about that. And there was one other thing. When he made his weapon and he named it Brunhild, he said this. He said, the show ends when she sings. And I'm like, oh, you clever English dub, you. That was good. That's a meta joke. Because I'm pretty sure the singer of the opening and the ending is named Brunhild. That was probably a coincidence, but that was a very funny meta joke. As for voice actors, with LEEN and the King of Mismede, I thought I recognized them, but if you feel free to actually say who they are in the comments below, that helps me out a lot and also helps people who view the video in case they're interested in that kind of information. And, well, I'm very interested about where we're going from here because I genuinely don't remember what comes next. I'm trying to, but then I remember that the big thing that stands out doesn't take a lot of time. It's relatively short, so I know it's not next, but I'm sure I'll find out as I get to those episodes. So in any case, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you liked it. Hit the like button, subscribe, share the video with a friend. Make sure you join the Patreon. Go over there, check stuff out. It's fun. I hope those videos don't go to waste. And of course, keep your notifications on because as always, I will see you in the next one.